from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Very good return that time. 18 yards. Now they'll throw with Carr. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Darren Waller, the intended between these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr, that's complete to his tight end, Waller. 6 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
It's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week.
No matter what, he understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And this a leaping effort, but
It's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Kaepernick to throw again. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football, and it looks like Steeler football. It is. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball.
In this first half of action. To throw, Kaepernick. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawk. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow.
Again, it's Kaepernick. It's complete to Lockett. They get 7 out.
Bended. They clamp down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Kaepernick. Out left, he's got it to Everett. 5. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. In the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Pittsburgh, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to
Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
The length of a football. Now McKenna. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their...
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Mahomes now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative. Played in this first half. You just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath with those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Oh, no. They'll set up a throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs. Slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case.
He'll drop to throw. And this throw a bit late as he could. On first down, Mahomes. Open man is the tight end. Noah taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.
Tonight, it's the National Football League. Super Bowl 56. And the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers, the AFC champion, taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, excited for this one. I mean, Charles, the Steelers back in the Super Bowl once again, their 9th appearance overall, second only to the Patriots' 11. But if the Steelers win this one, then they'd be on top of the all-time win standings, as it would be their 7th title.
What a franchise. Come on, join me for a minute, okay? Come back to the 1970s with me. Back to
Hurts, a handoff to Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. Breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. The 30.
Come on, bring it, baby, bring it.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick six in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick sixes over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title. Their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. And how about this? He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags. On first down, Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it. It's attended to. We'll step aside. Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Pittsburgh Steelers have won the Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the Steel City. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.